Okay, it's Sunday, and just a little while ago, my old mate, my bro from another mother father, yeah, he's just come to visit me. He messaged me, must have been 4 or 5 weeks ago, showing me a picture and like saying, "Would you like this before I chuck it out?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah!" And it's a 1/18 scale German Tiger tank. And it's all mine. It used to be he was telling me it was a remote control job he brought with fires BBs, but he ain't got the remote control for it or battery anymore. So if I can get a battery, if I can get the remote controller what goes for it with, I'm guessing it will need a new transmission chip or something what reads the tank to the controller. Maybe I can get it working again, but if not, just as a display piece with my Kubel wagon from 21st Century Toys, which I bought ages ago. I've got a couple of Joy Toy German soldiers, and now I've got a Tiger tank. I fucking love it. He is such a fucking cool mate. We've been mates, like me and Pete, we've been mates since probably 40 years. I'm 50 now, he's 56. Yeah, probably 10-year-old when I met him. I was saying I was probably scrounging cigarettes off him up the town when I was 10-year-old when I first met him. And then like he ended up being with one of my mates' mums for a few years, so many years. Mates for fucking, like say, 40 years. And when he like come down to it, he thought I'd like this, and he weren't wrong. He weren't wrong. Absolutely fucking love it. That is so cool. I was looking at buying one, and these remote control jobs are probably around about, I think he said he paid probably about £150 for it when he brought it. And that's what I'd been looking at. Tanks I'd seen, remote control, £150 thereabouts. You can get them cheaper. But I say I don't care if it's remote control or not. I just wanted the tank to put on display with my Kubel wagon and the soldiers. There's other soldiers, German soldiers I'd like, but the prices are just so high on them. These Joy Toy, there was a German officer, and I tracked it down on AliExpress, and I think on there it was £76, and then you got your tax on top, so it's probably looking at more near on £80, and that's just silly, you know. The Joy Toy German soldiers I did buy, I think the first one I brought on pre-order was £25, and then the second one I managed to get, and it was probably more in the lines of 15 because it was in a sale on another website, so I brought a second one. But then there's all the big packs where they did the mountain division in 1/18 scale. These are more Joy Toy, and I think you get the little mortar and a few other bits. But like I say, it's a whole squad, like 4 soldiers, 1 officer, and I think they were ranging from anywhere from £100 to £200 depending on the shop, and that's a little bit too much money really. That is silly. Even my Kubel wagon, that was a silly amount of money. It was like a year away from being vintage, and that was over £100. That ain't even remote control. So yeah. But, oh, I was so happy to finally get that. He finally come round today, and seen my bro for years. Actually run into him outside his house actually probably a couple of years ago, or when I was wandering around some old stomping grounds near where he's living now. And then the last time before that was probably when we went on holiday in 2006, and I ended up having a lot of troubles on the first night of a holiday, and ended up in hospital in Great Yarmouth for the entirety of the weekend. Time I got out, discharged, it was time to come home Sunday. Brilliant, mate. Cheers, Pete. You're a good man. And I said to him, even though he'd given me that, he should have used it as bargaining power, because when I got the Atlas cars, what are up there, the Jag convertible, the R-Type, and the Aston Martin cars I picked up really cheap, you know, beyond, like, way cheaper than half price. I offered him at cost price when I brought them, and I go to him today, I go, look, I was going to sell you these at something like £7.50 each, they were like 20 quid each new. I go, as soon as you give me that tank, mate, I'm giving you these cars. So he's got 2 new cars now to add to his library of model cars he builds. I've told him, you're going to start a channel, Pete. I'm sure people will be interested in all the models you build, cars, and what was it, Gone in 60 Seconds, Fast and Furious car, the big old Terminator endoskeleton he's built, Transformers model I think he said he's still working on, subscription kits, big subscription kits he builds, cost a fortune. It took a lot of time, but he loves it and he's good at it. So I said, get your channel up and come and subscribe to mine as well. I'll come subscribe to his. Yeah, good one. Anyway, that's the German, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it's the Tiger tank. So great. Love it. Happy Sundays.